Some K-dramas grab you right from the start, even when they lean on familiar tropes you've seen a dozen times before. My Dearest Nemesis is one of those shows that sneaks up on you. At first glance, it feels like just another rom-com I could predict beat for beat, but then it hits me with a wave of charm and heart that I didn't see coming. It's the kind of drama that mixes office rivalries, the bittersweet pull of online gaming nostalgia, and a love-hate dynamic that keeps me grinning one minute and clutching my chest the next, an emotional roller coaster that's as comforting as it is entertaining. The story centers on Baek's Soo-jong, Moon Ji-young, a fierce and whip-smart leader on a department store planning team. She's earned the nickname, Director Killer, for her knack at sending higher-ups running, and I couldn't help but cheer for her confidence. But then Ben Ji-yeon, Choi Hyun-wook, strolls in as her new boss, and suddenly my smug satisfaction turns to anticipation, because he's not just any boss. He's the kid she used to game with online 16 years ago, the same one who poured his heart out to her, only for her to shut him down cold. When I realized their history, my stomach flipped with a mix of dread and excitement, knowing this reunion was going to be messy in the best way. At its heart, My Dearest Nemesis leans hard into the enemies to lovers trope, and I'm here for it. Soo-jong and Ju-yeon's relationship crackles with energy. Every sharp-tongued jab and lingering glance pulls me deeper into their orbit. Moon Ji-young and Choi Hyun-wook have this effortless chemistry that makes me feel like I'm spying on real people, not just characters. I laugh at their bickering, but there's this undercurrent of unresolved hurt that tugs at me, too. The older woman-younger man dynamic adds a subtle layer of tension, not loud or overblown, but quietly simmering, just enough to make me root for them even harder. The comedy is where this drama truly shines, and it's like a warm hug on a bad day. It doesn't try too hard with slapstick gags. Instead, it sneaks in these perfectly timed moments that catch me off guard. I still can't get over Ji-yeon drunkenly belting out a song at a nori bang in the first episode. I laughed until my sides hurt, and it set this playful tone that had me hooked. Those little bursts of joy make the heavier moments land even harder, and I love how it keeps me bouncing between giggles and gasps. The online gaming angle? Pure genius. Those flashbacks to Soo-jong and Ju-yeon as gaming buddies hit me right in the nostalgia feels, reminding me of my own late-night chats with strangers who felt like friends. Ju-yeon pretending to be older than he was is adorable until it's not, and when the truth crashes down, I felt Soo-jong's betrayal like a punch to the gut. Her calling him the darkest phase of her life. After his confession stung, I could almost hear the heartbreak in her voice, and it made their reunion years later feel so much weightier. I'm dying to see how they heal that old wound. Sure, My Dearest Nemesis doesn't reinvent the wheel. The workplace romance, the secret table twists, the ghost of a first love, it's all stuff I've seen in Business Proposal or What's Wrong with Secretary Kim. Sometimes I roll my eyes at how predictable it can be, but then the execution sucks me back in, and I'm too busy smiling to care. For some, that familiarity might feel stale, but for me, it's like slipping into a cozy sweater. I know what I'm getting, and I love it anyway. The pacing trips me up sometimes though. The early episodes fly by, leaving me buzzing with excitement, but then it slows down, and I'm tapping my foot, waiting for the next big moment. Some conflicts drag on longer than I'd like, and I'm still holding my breath for the side characters to matter more. There's a hint of a secondary romance brewing, but it's barely a flicker so far. I want to care about them, but the show hasn't given me enough to latch onto yet. Still, My Dearest Nemesis delivers exactly what I crave from a rom-com. A light, witty escape with leads who make my heart race. It's not perfect, those stretched-out plots and underdeveloped sidekicks nag at me, but Moon Ji-young and Choi Hyun-wook carry it with such charm that I can't stay mad. Their banter and tension are like a shot of serotonin, and I find myself grinning like an idiot through every episode. Thanks for watching.